the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, welcome back to Spuds TV and game number 2 of our doubleheader between Bemidji and Moorhead. I'm Corey DeLorme, and joined with me now is Andrew Woodard to do the color commentary on today's game. And Andrew, interesting first game, a lot of back and forth. The Spuds had to battle back. As they head into game 2, what's going to be the key for victory here for the Spuds?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Corey. I think the big thing is going to be, I know Coach Shovelwold's going to agree that try to clean it up a little bit on defense, squaring the ball up a little bit more in the batter's box, and the Spuds should find some success.
All right, well, the lineup's a little bit different for both teams. On the mound for the Spuds here in game 2 is going to be Trey Feeney. And for Bemidji, it's going to be Steve Peterson. So Bemidji lines up this way. Isaiah Bean will lead off. Casey McNamara hitting second. Hunter Olson third. Cole Tatro fourth. Brandon Lucier, he moves up from, he was batting ninth in game number 1. He'll bat fifth now. Colby Carlson. Henry McCalick, the center fielder. Alex Lazela, he was at first base in the first game. He's going to DH this game. Steve Peterson is the pitcher. And then Matt Johnson will play right field, and he will not bat. So Steve Peterson will bat his position as a pitcher here in game number 2. For the Spuds, defensively, much the same. Crisanto D'Agostino at third. Thomas Haran at short. Noah Pilon at at second. Sterling Hafey at first. That's a change from game number 1. Isaac Hinkemeyer Howe will be behind the plate. Wyatt Gunkel is going to DH this game. And in the outfield, Kai Holm in left, Caden Triggs in center, and Hayden Netland in right.
Up for game 2 of this doubleheader for the Lumberjacks, second baseman number 6.
So as we get started, Spuds now 8-1 on the year. Bemidji falling to 6-5, and leading off for Bemidji here in game number 2. That'll be ball number 1. And a called strike. So 1-1. And that one bounces. Left-hander Trey Feeney starting out with a 2-1 count on Isaiah Bean, excuse me. Quick visit to the mound by Isaac Hinkemeyer Howe. 2-1 to Bean. Feeney's pitch. That one's down low. Ball 3. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Trey Feeney on the mound for the Spuds. Gets the sign from Hinkmeyer Howe and the pitch. Just outside. So Isaiah Bean with a leadoff walk for Bemidji.
The catcher number 2, Casey McNamara.
Corey, I know that's one of the things that Trey's going to want to try and stay ahead of today is getting ahead of batters, getting batters out early in the count here. That's been a point of emphasis here on his outing so far this year.
And he falls behind on this one as well. Casey McNamara at the plate. And he's got ball 1. Isaiah Bean with his lead off of first. Trey Feeney, the pitch. Yep, that's a good pitch. A little bit of a breaking ball. And it's 1-1. Trey Feeney, the left-hander, is not going to allow Isaiah Bean a very big lead. Difficult to judge those left-handed throwers and if they're going to pick off or go. There, Bean takes off for second. Hinkmeyer Howe's throw looked to be in time, but it was on the third base side of the bag, and Pilon not able to corral it, and so a stolen base for Isaiah Bean. Two-one count now to McNamara. And that's a ball, and it gets away from Hinkmeyer Howe. Bean will advance to third. On the wild pitch. And it's a 3-1 count now to McNamara. And the pitch. That one's down low. And that'll be a walk for McNamara. So a little bit of a rough start for Trey Feeney. He's got runners on first and third now, a pair of walks for the left-hander.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 1, Joe Fletcher.
That's a good job by Isaac Howe behind the plate there, getting down and blocking that ball too. Let's see what they do first and third here if they decide to run.
A lot of different plays can be put on defensively in a first and third situation, right, Andrew?
Yes, it all depends on the situation, the inning, what we've got here. So early in the game here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him taking off on the second or third pitch here, kind of depending again what the count is. But at the same time, Feeney is struggling a little bit right here early to get the ball over the plate. So,
and he delivers a fastball for strike 1, getting ahead of Hunter Olson. And the pitch. That one just missing outside. Went with the fastball again. 1-1. Pickoff move by Feeney over to first. And Joe Fletcher gets back in time. Courtesy runner for Casey McNamara, who drew a walk. He's the catcher. So Fletcher will run for him at first base. And the pitch. That one's inside and gets by Hinkmeyer Howe. This will score a run. And Fletcher will move down to second. Big turn at second, but Hinkmeyer Howe able to pick up the ball and get it back into play. So 2-1 is the count now. Nobody out, top of 1. And Bemidji has taken the 1-0 lead. And the pitch. That one's fouled off to the right side and out of play.
This is a big hitter now for Trey early in this game here, trying to get this guy out here and try to stop the bleeding here as soon as possible.
I agree, Andrew. With nobody out, important to put one in the books here. That one's down and low. Down and in. That'll be a full count now on Hunter Olson. Quick visit to the mound.
I like that visit too by Isaac, just to kind of calm his pitcher down, maybe get on the same page, maybe the guy at second stealing some signs, so I think that's a good visit by Isaac.
The payoff pitch from Feeney.
There we go.
Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Feeney and for the Spuds as they record out number 1.
First baseman number 15, Cole Tatro.
just inside. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but it's 1-0. Feeney gets the sign, checks the runner at second, and the pitch. That's lined into left field. It'll be fair. It's a fair ball. Tatro will get an RBI on his way to second, and he'll pull up there with a double. So a one-out double for Cole Tatro, scoring McNamara from, it was Fletcher
Next up for the
from
Lumberjacks,
second.
left fielder number 13.
And Bemidji leads it 2-0.
Good piece of hitting there by Tatro, getting his strike. It's kind of easy as a hitter, too, when the pitcher's struggling to throw balls over the plate to kind of just go up there taking a walk, but that's a good piece of hitting, ready to hit.
And Tatro, the number 4 batter. That brings up Brandon Lucier. He takes strike 1. Feeney, check of Tatro at second. And the pitch. That's outside, a little high. 1-1. Lucier was 1 for 2 in game 1. And Feeney's pitch. That one's popped to the right side. Might be playable, but I'm not sure. The Spuds couldn't get there. Hafey with a good attempt at it. But just out of his reach.
Yeah, nice hustle there by Hafey. Kind of a ball in no man's land over there in foul territory.
And that puts Feeney ahead in the count, 1-2. 1 out. Tatro at second. Bemidji already with 2 runs in here in the top of the first. And the pitch. Fouled to the right side. That's going to be out of play. Count remains 1-2. Lucier had a sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning of game 1 and then singled in the 6th inning and grounded out in the 8th. Batting now with 1 out and Cole Tatro at second base. Trey Feeney gets the sign to the set. And the pitch. That one's lined to center field. Caden Triggs is there. He'll make the catch. And Tatro stays at second base.
Next up for the Lumberjacks, third baseman, number 10, Colby Carlson.
So F8 on the putout for Lucier. For the second out, Colby Carlson comes up. Carlson was 0 for 3 in game number 1, and Feeney's pitch, a called strike at the knees.
And as a pitcher, you really want to get out of this jam for your team here, Corey. You want to try and get this third out and minimize the damage here and prevent a big inning here early in the game.
Feeney with the pitch. Left that one up high. 1-1. Colby Carlson went 0 for 3 in game number 1 with 3 strikeouts. Feeney to the set. And the pitch. Called strike. Good fastball by Feeney. 1-2. And the pitch. Down low. Blocked by Hinkmeyer Howe. And it's 2-2.
Good job again by Isaac getting down, blocking the ball with runners on base.
Yeah, very important to keep Tatro at second in this situation. And the pitch. Through the hole on the left side, Tatro rounding third. Ball gets by home in left field. Tatro will score. And the ball comes into second as Carlson slides in. It'll be a base hit and then an error on the left fielder that allowed Tatro to come in and score. And Bemidji leads it 3-0.
Next up for the Lumberjacks, center fielder number 11.
That was one of those
Henry
too, where
Michaelic.
I think Kai saw the coach was waving him around and might have got a little bit excited to make a play at the plate there. Might have taken his eye off the ball there. Unfortunate error.
And Feeney comes back with strike one against Henry Michaelic. Feeney to the set and the pitch. That one's lined to center field. It'll be down for a hit, and the runner will be held at third as Triggs quickly with the throw in, cut off by the first baseman, Sari. But a solid base hit up the middle for Michaelic moves Carlson to third, and Michaelic's on with a hit.
Next up, the designated hitter, number 34, Alec Lazella.
So first and third now for Bemidji, still top of the first inning. Throw over by Feeney. Michaelic gets back.
Some good two-out hitting here by Bemidji. I know you on the offensive side of the ball, you always preach good two-out hitting with runners on base. They've done a good job here of maximizing their opportunities.
Yeah, it looked like Moorhead had an opportunity to get out of the inning, but Bemidji has kept things going with a couple of base hits in a row, and now they have first and third with two away. 0-1 count to Lazela. That one's up high, 1-1. Feeney looks in, gets the sign, throws over to first. Good job by Hafey to dig that one out of the dirt.
Yep.
Not Feeney's best move, stepping off the rubber, but enough to keep Michaelic close to the bag at first. Michaelic goes, and Hinkmeyer Howe kind of bobbled that ball. Andrew, you think he was going to make a play?
Yeah, it kind of depends on what the play was that Coach Salvo put on with first and third there. I think with the ball in the dirt, he kind of scooped it. I think it was one of those you just kind of cut your losses and keep the runner at third there.
Now second and third for Bemidji on the stolen base. 2-1 count to Lazela. Feeney to the set and the pitch. That one's fouled away. 2-2. Carlson at third, Michaelic at second, and Lazela batting. Trey Feeney on the mound for Moorhead, and the pitch.
There we go.
Called, strike three, and Lazela will go down on strikes for the third out. But Bemidji gets three in the top of the first inning, and we'll head to the bottom half with Bemidji 3, Moorhead nothing. Welcome back to Matson Field. Bottom of the first for the Spuds. Caden Triggs will lead it off, followed by Thomas Harand, and then Hayden Netland due up for the Spuds. In a little bit of a hole to start this game. Caden Triggs will face Steve Peterson for Bemidji. The right-hander throws and bunted foul. Caden Triggs trying to get on with a bunt.
That's one thing Caden's not afraid to do. He'll look at the third baseman and he'll see where he's playing, and even if he's playing back here, he's not afraid to lay that down and give it another attempt.
He's a very good leadoff hitter for the Spuds. A lot of singles, a lot of, like you said, Andrew, bunt singles as well. And the pitch, this one lined back to the pitcher, Peterson, who fields his position, and on to Tatro for the out. So a hard hit ball up the middle, but 1-3 on the putout. That'll bring up Thomas Haran.
I know the Spuds they're very happy to have Tommy Haran back in the lineup here after a short absence with the hamate injury. It's good to have him back.
And missing significant time, and now he's starting to contribute at the plate. And the pitch. Called strike at the knees. 0-1. Peterson into the wind, and the pitch. Just up high. 1-1. Haran 1 for 4 in the first game. And the pitch. Not able to hold up his check there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Tommy did a nice job in the first game. He delivered that walk-off hit to win the game for the Spuds.
And Peterson's pitch. That's hit to the left side, but the shortstop's able to step over and make the play. Hunter Olson hauls that one in.
Right fielder,
kind of off the fists there for Haran. It didn't get all of that one.
Yeah, a little bit jam shot there by the pitcher there. So two decently hit balls for the Spuds. Unfortunate, no base runners yet.
That'll bring up Hayden Netland, playing right field in game 2 here. That one's down low for ball 1.
Hayden's one of the many Spuds who's got some pretty good versatility to his game. He can play the infield, he can play the outfield. He did some catching previously, so a good versatile player here for the Spuds.
And that one's down low for ball 2. Just a good all-around player, Hayden Netland. Very good batting average, and like you said, Andrew plays a lot of different positions and plays them well. Here's a ground ball to the left side field by the third baseman, and across the diamond in time for the out. So the Spuds not able to answer Bemidji's first inning. They go down 1-2-3, and we'll be back on Spuds TV. Back here for the top of the second inning.
Starting out the second inning for the Lumberjacks.
Bemidji batted 8 in that first inning, so they bring up the number 9 batter, which is the pitcher, Steve Peterson. Will face Trey Feeney. And the pitch. Down low for ball 1.
And this is kind of a big inning for Trey here early in this game after a long first inning and the Spuds unable to kind of string together anything in their bottom half. Kind of a big inning here to see if we can get through the inning quickly here.
And on cue, Steve Peterson puts a base hit into left field. Fourth hit already for the Lumberjacks. And they've got a runner at first to lead off here in the second inning. They'll turn it over to the top of the lineup, Isaiah Bean. He reached on a walk in the first inning, later scored. And the pitch. Down low, good block by Hinkemeyer Howe. Throw over to first. Peterson back in time. Bean 0 for 3 in game number 1. A fly out, a couple of ground outs, and a walk. Feeney the pitch. At the knees, called strike. 1-1 now is the count. Nobody out, and Steve Peterson at first. Feeney gets the sign. Quick throw over. Peterson back safely. That pickoff throw a little bit high. Feeney to the set. And the pitch. Called strike 2.
2 good pitches in a row here by Trey. Nibbling the black there, the other one right at the knees. So see if he can close them out here.
Keeping an eye on the runner and the pitch. That's a ground ball to the second baseman. Picked up and over to Hafey for the out. So Peterson will advance to second on the fielder's choice. And Bean is out on 4-3 put out for the first out.
Casey McNamara.
That brings up Casey McNamara.
And a smart play by Noah Peelan on that one. That ball was hit a little too weakly to try and turn a double play, so he did the right thing, got the sure out at first base.
And the pitch. Called strike. Trey Feeney seems to be finding his stride a little bit here in the second inning.
A little bit better pace, too.
Steve Peterson at second. Feeney to the set. And the pitch. Well, that didn't miss by much, but it's ball 1. 1-1 now. Peterson has his lead at second. Feeney the pitch. That's fouled at the plate. 1-2.
Second hitter in a row here that Feeney's been able to work ahead now. This is a much better sign for the sophomore.
It's a lot easier to work ahead in the count as a pitcher. It opens up your choices for what you're going to come back with.
Absolutely.
And the pitch. Fouled at the plate.
Even on that pitch there, it was down in the zone. A good, you could call it a waste pitch if you want, but down in the zone, the hitter, even if he makes contact with that one, he's more than likely just going to pound it into the ground. So another good sequence here by Trey.
1-2 the count to McNamara. Feeney to the set. And the pitch. Breaking ball, swing, and they're calling that a foul. Must have gotten a piece of it. Count remains 1-2. Peterson with the lead at second. Feeney's pitch. That's up high. 2-2.
And even on those ones there, Corey, it's important to be ahead in the count, because that now you can consider that a waste pitch. It's okay that it wasn't close on that one. Gets the hitter thinking, so you're still even up in the count.
And the pitch. Ground ball to the left side, past the third baseman, but Haran picks it up. Not in time. McNamara down the line well, and Haran was very deep into the hole at short and not able to get. So that'll be an infield hit for Casey McNamara, and Bemidji has first and second with one out.
Yeah, kind of a tough play there for everybody involved. Santo couldn't quite get to that one to his left, and as soon as that gets by him, that's it's kind of a no man's land play there. Brand did a good job of cutting it off, but he's safe all the way on that one.
And Feeney's pitch is hit to the shortstop.
There we go.
Yeah, that was caught, so that'll be a double play. And the Spuds, that maybe bounced. Ground ball.
No, he caught it.
He caught it in the air. Okay,
Yep.
I thought so.
Double play. Tough base running play there by the base runner for Bemidji.
Okay, so the Spuds get out without any damage in the second inning. Bemidji still leads it 3-0 as we'll head to the bottom of the second. Bottom of the second inning for the Spuds. Sterling Hafey will come to bat. Spuds trailing 3-0.
Your first baseman, number 14,
Steve Peterson set the Spuds down 1-2-3 in the first. And the pitch. That'll be outside for ball one. Peterson kind of a short arm delivery from the right-hander. And the pitch. That's a called strike at the knees. 1-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Peterson working ahead in the count. Into the wind. And the pitch. That one's hit hard to the left side and through for a base hit. Sterling Hafey leading off the second inning with a base hit for the Spuds.
That's a great piece of hitting by Sterling to kind of wait on the off-speed pitch there, let it get deep in the zone. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just put the barrel of the bat on and took it the other way.
First hit for the Spuds. Comes in a good spot as the Spuds are trailing by 3. And now batting is Isaac Hinkemeyer Howe. Peterson with a check of Hafey and the pitch. Down low with the breaking pitch. 1-0.
Isaac's another senior that the Spuds are happy to have back in the lineup as he completed his commitments for his junior hockey league. Now he's back in the lineup playing baseball here.
Yeah, hit the ball hard in the first game. Went 1 for 4. Swing and a miss on that pitch. One and one. Hafey, the runner at first. Peterson on the mound for Bemidji, the right-hander. Check of the runner, now to the set, and the pitch. Fouled off at the plate, and it's 1-2. Peterson on the rubber. Hafey has his lead. Hinkemeyer Howe ready at the plate. And the pitch. Now it's nubbed to the left side. It's going to stay fair, and no play for Carlson. So the Spuds start the inning with 2 runners on. Couple of base hits for the Spuds, and that'll bring up Wyatt Gunkel.
That one probably stung Isaac a little bit on the hands, getting kind of sawed off there, so to speak. But he'll definitely take it for the base hit. A smart play by the Bemidji third baseman there to just hold on to that ball too, kind of put it in your back pocket. There was no chance to get Isaac at first.
Jack Schaub will check in as the courtesy runner as Hinkemeyer Howe is catching this game. So courtesy runner allowed in that scenario. So Schaub will now be at first and Sterling Hafey at second. Wyatt Gunkel batting. Peterson to the set. That was a balk. Yep.
Good call. A little twitch there by the pitcher there, and the umpire definitely saw that, and we saw it from up here too, so good call.
Yep, so the balk will advance the runners to second and third now with nobody out. Wyatt Gunkel was 1 for 4 in game number 1, and he'll take a strike. Well, I should ask you, Andrew, as a catcher's interference, how is that? Does that count as an at-bat?
So it counts as an E2, but it does not count as an at-bat for the hitter.
Okay, so he was 1 for 3 then, was Gunkel. Strikeout, he had that catcher's interference, a ground out, and a single in the 7th inning. 1-1 now to Gunkel. Peterson to the set, and the pitch. Ground ball to the pitcher. Peterson's going to go home with it, and they will get Hafey at the plate. So 1-2 will be the put out on Sterling Hafey for the first out. Hinkemeyer Howe advances to third on the fielder's choice. And Gunkel gains first base also on the fielder's choice. So first and third now with 1 out for the Spuds.
The contact play must have been on there too on a ball back to the pitcher. That's typically if the contact play is on, the runner goes right away. Otherwise, he's got to read that.
First to third pickoff move for Peterson. Runners back safely. Kai Holm now batting for the Spuds. Peterson to the set, and the pitch. This one's hit in the air to left field. With 1 out, the runner, Schaub, is tagging. The catch is made, and the run scores. So the Spuds able to, Kai Holm able to deliver a sacrifice fly, and the Spuds are on the board.
Yeah, that's a big at bat there for Kai and the Spuds, and he'll get some high fives as he gets back to the dugout there. Good, less than 2 out hitting.
Noah Pilon.
3-1 now the score. The Spuds still have a runner at first in Gunkel. Kai home with the second out on that sacrifice. And Peterson, the pitch. The runner goes, and the throw down to second is a little bit offline, and I don't think would have been in time anyway. So Gunkel with a stolen base now is at second.
It's good to see Wyatt running the bases too. A lot of the times as a catcher, he gets courtesy ran for, so he doesn't get to run the bases for himself too much. So good job on taking advantage and swiping that bag.
Noah Pilon batting for the Spuds. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. That's down low, and he check his swing. He did, so 2-0. Two down, runner at second in Gunkel. Pilon at the plate. And Steve Peterson on the mound for Bemidji. To the set and the pitch. Called strike. It appeared Pilon was taking the whole way on that 2-0 pitch.
Yeah, it looked like it. It didn't look to his liking, so he must have either had the take sign on or he just didn't like that pitch.
And Peterson delivers. Called strike at the knees. 2-2 now. Gunkel at second. Spuds have a run across, so it's 3-1 Bemidji here in the bottom of the second inning. Peterson shaking off the sign. Gunkel with his lead at second. Peterson checks the runner and the pitch. That's up high. Full count.
And this is a big pitch coming up here, Corey, early in this game here. If Noah can come through, makes it a one-run game, keeps the inning alive here.
3-2 count. Peterson to the set. And the pitch. Breaking ball, misses, and Pilon able to check his swing again. So a walk makes it first and second for the Spuds.
Next up for your Spuds, third baseman, number 26, Crisanto De Agostino.
Crisanto D'Agostino batting with runners on first and second. 2 outs. Peterson to the set and the pitch. That's going to be fouled to the left side.
Going into the season here, Corey, Crisanto is one of those hitters that the Spuds were relying on pretty heavily here. So a bit of a slow start to the season here. Let's see if he can kind of bust out of it and come through some clutch 2-out hitting.
Delivered a nice double in game 1.
Yep.
And the pitch. That's hit to left field. It's going to be a long run and not able to make the play is Lucier. So 0-2 now the count to D'Agostino. One for 4 in game 1 with that run scoring, or a double, which he later scored on in game 1 for D'Agostino. And the pitch. Hit back to the pitcher, Peterson. And he underhands it to first base for the out. Spuds do get one, but they strand a couple. So we'll head to the top of the third now. Bemidji 3, Moorhead 1. Top of the third inning, Bemidji Cole Tatro coming to the plate. He had a double in the first inning.
First baseman, number
Hard hit
15,
ball. Later
Cole
came around to
Tatro.
score the third run for Bemidji.
Let's see if Trey can kind of get settled in again. I know there were still some runners in the second inning, but a much better inning for Trey, working at a better pace, getting ahead in the count. So let's see if he can kind of build on that here in the third.
And the first pitch he delivers in the dirt, kind of stung Hinkemeyer Howe, shaking his hand a little bit. Ball one. And that pitch fouled at the plate. 1-1. Feeney into the wind and the pitch. That's fouled straight back. Feeney ahead in the count now, 1-2.
Yeah, and right on cue, just like we were saying, Corey. It's important to get ahead in the count, and now he's done that to the leadoff hitter here. I think this is the first time in the first 3 innings here that he's been able to get ahead of the leadoff guy.
And a good hitter in the number 4 batter, Cole Tatro. The pitch. Breaking pitch got away from him, 2-2. Working quickly, the pitch. That's down low with the fastball. And it's 3-2. And the pitch. That's up high, ball 4. So Tatro is on with a walk to lead off the third inning for Bemidji.
Next up for Bemidji, outfielder number 13, Brandon Lassier.
And that brings up Brandon Lucier. He flew out to center fielder Caden Triggs in the first inning. Coach Greg Salvavold will make a trip to the mound to speak with his infield.
Looks like Ryan Luthi down in the bullpen warming up right now for the Spuds.
And the visit is done. Feeney will stay in for now with Cole Tatro, the runner at first base for Bemidji, on the walk. Brandon Lucier at the plate. Feeney to the set. And the pitch. That one's hit in the air to right field. Long run. And the catch is made. Hayden Netland. We talked about his versatility in the outfield, and he makes a nice running catch for out number 1.
Yeah, there's that athleticism that we were talking about earlier, Corey. He's just a good athlete. He can play every position. He does it all well.
So big out for the Spuds here in the third, not allowing Tatro to advance from first. And the pitch. That's a called strike at the letters. 0-1. Colby Carlson had a single in the first inning. And the pitch. That's popped straight up and going to be out of play. So quickly ahead at 0-2.
And again, it's the 3 batters now. Got 1 and 2 on the leadoff hitter, a 1 pitch out on the second hitter. And now we're 0-2 here to the third hitter of the inning here. So this is another good sequence here by Trey.
Yeah, Trey Feeney has struggled a bit, but he's held his own. And the pitch. Swing and fouled.
Piece of the umpire there,
yeah,
I think.
stung the umpire. And Hinkemeyer Howe will take a visit to let the umpire gather himself a little bit. Count remains 0-2.
Kind of a gentleman's move by Isaac there. When the umpire gets a stinger, the catcher usually walks the ball back, and vice versa. If the catcher takes one, look painful, the ump will kind of take a lap around and dust off home plate, give the catcher some time. So mutual respect between the battery mates there.
Yeah, very nice move. So 0-2, Feeney ahead in the count. Runner Tatro at first, takes his lead. Feeney to the set. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So after giving up the leadoff walk, Feeney has gotten Lucier on a fly ball and now a strikeout of Carlson.
Henry McCallick.
And Trey has that strikeout fastball that he's got a live arm from the left side there, so it's good to see him get that strikeout and get the second out.
Working quickly, first pitch swinging foul, and it's 0-1 to Henry McCallick. McCallick had a single in the first inning and stole second, was stranded there. Feeney to the set, and the pitch. Well, good. Would you call that a good miss, Andrew?
I would, yeah. to put it lightly, yeah, that was a good miss. It looked like a good pitch from up here, but must have just been low.
Feeney's pitch. That's hit in the air behind second base. Called off Haran. And he catches the pop fly to end the inning. So Bemidji gets a runner but leaves him at first base. As we head to the bottom of the third, it's 3-1 Bemidji.
The third inning for your Moorhead
In the
Spuds.
bottom of the third now,
Center fielder
coming
number
up for the
6,
Spuds,
Caden
leadoff
Triggs.
batter Caden Triggs. He grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning. He bats now as Steve Peterson delivers. Fouled back, 0-1.
Good aggressive hack there by Caden. He's been the catalyst of this offense since game one here. He's been swinging a good bat this year, so good aggressive hack.
Peterson peering in for the sign. Into the wind and the pitch. That one's hit up the middle, and Olsen again, a lot of range from the shortstop. He's made a couple of nice plays, and that'll be out number 1 for the
Next up
Spuds.
for your Spuds.
Tough luck there for
Shortstop,
Caden.
number 7,
First at bat, he
Thomas
grounded
Araya.
out hard to the pitcher. Now a liner there, and like you said, Corey, good range by the shortstop there to retire him.
So 1 out now for Thomas Haran. And just as we were talking about the plays that Olsen has made, in Haran's first at bat, he lined out to Hunter Olsen. Takes this first pitch for a ball. And the pitch. That's lined up the middle. This will get through and get past Hunter Olsen. Thomas Haran with a base hit. Here with 1 out.
Next up for your Spuds, right fielder number 16, Hayden Netlin.
So the Spuds have a base runner in the bottom of the third inning. Hayden Netland, who had a nice play in the field in the top half of the inning, will now bat with a runner on first. Peterson into the stretch. Check of the runner, now to the set, and the pitch. That's a called strike.
Let's see if Coach Salvold kind of does anything here, getting into the middle innings now of the game. Spuds maybe trying to manufacture some runs here. Let's see if any plays are put on in this at bat.
Haran with his lead at first, and the throw over, back in time. Peterson may be overhearing you, Andrew, and
same line of thinking.
Peterson to the set and the pitch. That's down low, ball one. Another throw over by Peterson. Haran in safely. Netland ready at the plate. Peterson to the set and the pitch. Breaking pitch. Kind of fooled Netland. I think he was looking for something else.
Yeah, it looked like he was frozen a little bit on that curveball. Looking at fastball, and the pitcher dropped a hook on him there.
So 1-2 now the count to Netland. Thomas Haran, after a base hit up the middle, is on at first. He takes his lead. Pretty generous lead at first. Peterson tries to keep him close, throws over, but Haran back in time.
This is a runner's count here. I'd be surprised if Tommy's not going on this one here, Corey.
Peterson to the set, and there goes the runner, fouled off. So was that a protection swing or possibly a hit and run?
Well, with 2 strikes, I doubt it was a hit and run. So it's probably kind of more Netland protecting the plate on that one. And Tommy did get a good jump there at first, but with 2 strikes, I don't think that would have been a hit and run.
So Haran, again with his lead at first. Peterson to the set. He'll throw over. That one in the dirt, picked nicely by Tatro at first. Netland with a 1-2 count. Haran with his lead. And the pitch. And there goes the runner. Swung on and hit to the second baseman, and this is going to double off Haran.
Yep, tough luck there.
Yep, unfortunate for the Spuds. So they go down in the third inning after getting a base hit. As we head to the top of the fourth, it's 3-1 Bemidji.
No runners left on after 3.
Top of the fourth inning, and the Spuds have a new pitcher. Number 10, Ryan Luthi. It'll be his second appearance. He faced a couple of batters in the first game of the season, and he will come in now to face
hitter, number 34, Alex Lazella.
Alex Lazella. And Luthi with the wind and the pitch. That's hit to the second baseman. Pilon with the play on to first. Routine ground ball for the first out.
One pitch, one out. Every pitcher will tell you they love those.
Yeah.
Number 16, Steven Peterson.
So one out brings out the number 9 batter, Steve Peterson, the pitcher for Bemidji. And Luthi's pitch. Down low with a fastball, ball 1.
And Ryan's had some action on the junior varsity team on the mound here. It's good to see him getting in on the varsity side of things here, getting a chance.
Right-hander with the pitch. That one's flared off to the right side. It's foul and out of play. But it evens the count at 1-1. Luthi into the wind and the pitch. That one slapped to the right side. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it's just foul. So now 1-2 count on Steve Peterson.
Not a bad swing there by Peterson. It looked like the pitch was on the outer half, and again, he just tried to kind of go with the pitch, not trying to do too much, and he, like you said, Corey, just about caused some trouble there. That was a double for sure, if fair.
Luthi working quickly, and the pitch. That one's left up high. It's 2-2. Peterson had a single in the second inning. And the pitch. Outside with a fastball. That's a full count now at 3-2. Luthi's got the sign, into the wind, and the pitch. And that's a ground ball up the middle. Tough play for Pilon, but he makes a short hop. And a nice play by the second baseman as he records his second straight out here in the inning. And 2 down.
That's a really nice play by the second baseman there. Sure-handed there by Noah Pilon. Kind of come and get that ball, a short hop, able to get the backhand on him and get him by a step. Great play by number 12 there.
That brings up the top of the order, Isaiah Bean. He walked in the first inning and grounded out in the second. And now he hits it sharply to the second baseman. Pilon knocks it down and then not able to pick it up. So after making a great play, and a bobbles one there, and Bean will be on with an error.
Yeah, kind of an in-between hop there. Unfortunate there for Noah. Like I said, he's a sure-handed second baseman. That was just kind of an in-between hop there, kind of ate him up.
Casey McNamara.
The number 2 batter, Casey McNamara. He walked in the first, singled in the second. And the pitch. Up high. That's ball 1.
It's a good job by Ryan Luthi here so far this inning, getting them to put the ball in play. 3 ground balls here. See if he can get another one, get out of the inning.
To the set and the pitch. That didn't miss by much, but it's ball 2. Ryan Luthi, check of the runner at first. To the set and the pitch. That's up high. Sometimes that's an adjustment, too, going from the windup to the stretch. And Luthi facing his first base runner here tonight. Working from the stretch for the first time. To the set and the pitch. There he's able to find the zone, and it's 3-1. Isaiah Bean on first. He goes, and the pitch is a ball, and the throw down is not in time. Bean runs well, and that was down low for ball 4 anyway. So first and second now for Bemidji with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th.
Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 1, Joe.
Yeah, let's see how Ryan battles here. This is a big at bat here for Ryan as the pitcher here, trying to get out of the inning, keep the Lumberjacks here at 3 runs.
So McNamara on with a walk, and Hunter Olson bats with 2 on. And the pitch. That's a good pitch at the knees, called strike 1.
Good start to the at bat for Ryan here. Let's build on that.
Luthi to the set, and he'll step off. Luthi back on the rubber now. Hunter Olson back in the batter's box, and now time, maybe some miscommunication between pitcher and catcher?
Yeah, it could be a little bit of miscommunication there. It could be a guy on second maybe stealing some signs too. So just getting on the same page here. Good job, Isaac, to go talk to his pitcher here.
Isaiah Bean is the runner at second. Casey McNamara gave way to courtesy runner Joe Fletcher at first. And now Luthi to the set. And the pitch. Foul back. And Luthi quickly ahead now, 0-2 in the count.
And this is one where you'll hear the teammates and the coaches telling Isaac how to be working hard on this one here. 0-2 count. You might see some balls in the dirt here. Curveballs trying to get the hitter to chase, so Isaac's got to be active back there trying to block the ball.
Luthi's got the sign. And the pitch. Runner going from second. The throw down to third.
Strikeout at home.
Strikeout at home. Okay. I was watching for the call at third, and it never came.
Yeah, strikeout, third out. Good job, Ryan.
2 runners left on.
Yeah, very nice job by Ryan Luthi to end the inning, and the Spuds will go to the bottom of the 4th, still trailing 3-1.
Number 14.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 4th now. Sterling Hafey coming to bat for the Spuds, trailing 3-1. Peterson on the mound, and the pitch. That's fouled off for strike 1. Hafey with a single to lead off the 2nd inning. Was later thrown out at home. Takes a pitch for strike 2. Peterson on the rubber, getting the sign. Into the wind and the pitch. Just outside.
Good take there by Sterling. Knows the strike zone pretty well here. Definitely one of the leaders of this team. He takes a lot of pride in getting the job done for his team. I know he wants to get on base, start a rally here.
I don't know if he got some dust or a bug in his eye, but he'll step out and regather himself as Peterson goes into his wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Next up for your Spuds, the catcher, number 9, Isaac Howe.
So 1 out now and brings Isaac Hinkemeyer Howe to the plate. He also singled in the second inning and later scored the Spuds' first run. That's outside for ball 1. Peterson with the sign into the wind and the pitch. That's lined into the right field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting, the left-hander Isaac Hinkemeyer Howe. And he's got his second hit of the game for the Spuds.
And that one's a little more prototypical hit for Isaac. His first one, he was jammed a little bit and got a little bloop infield single. That one was a nice line drive, nice swing.
Jack Schaub.
Jack Schaub will come on and run for Hinkemeyer Howe, as the Spuds have a runner on first with 1 out. Wyatt Gunkel reached on a fielder's choice and stole second in the second inning. That one down low in the dirt for ball 1. Jack Schaub takes his lead at first. Peterson to the set. And the pitch, runner goes, throw down to second is in time for the out. Good throw by McNamara for the out.
A little bit of a late jump there by Jack. Jack's a very fast runner, but I think it was a kind of a quick delivery, a good job by the pitcher there to get the ball to home plate, and Jack just a little bit slow on the jump there.
Yeah, I agree. It looked like Peterson went with the slide step.
Yep.
And that cuts down the amount of time for the ball to get to the plate, and that allowed McNamara to make a good throw. And that one's up high, so 3-0 now the count to Gunkel. But the Spuds now with 2 away. And the pitch. Yep. Right down the middle, taking all the way. 3-1. Peterson into the wind and the pitch. And that's down low for ball 4.
A good at bat there by Wyatt to get the rally back started here.
Next
Let's see
up
if
for your
Kai Holm
Spuds,
can get the job done
left
here.
fielder number 5, Kai Holm.
So a walk for Gunkel. That brings up Kai Holm, who had a sacrifice fly, scoring Hinkemeyer Howe in the second inning. Throw over to first. Gunkel gets back. Left fielder Kai Holm, left-handed hitter. Right-handed pitcher Peterson. Throws over to first. Gunkel back again. Not really close on that pickoff play. Would you advise a runner in that situation to take a little bigger lead?
You sure can. It's one of those, like you said, you kind of gauge how far off the bag you can get. If you know you're getting back to the bag in a good amount of time there, you can definitely take another half step to a full step there, give yourself an extra chance.
That pitch was a ball to Kai Holm, and this pitch is a called strike. 1-1. Gunkel gets his lead at first. Peterson to the set. And the pitch. Ground ball, foul to the right side. Coach Kunka doing a dance step to get out of the way.
Made a nice play. Coach Kunka did the other day on a foul ball. think he made his play for the year, and now he's done.
1-2 the count now to Kai Holm. Peterson the pitch. Gunkel goes, and did that hit him?
It must have, yeah. Looked like the umpire called a dead ball there, so it must have hit him, and it looks like he's telling Gunkel to go back to second. So, yeah, must have caught Kai in the foot.
Okay, so a hit by pitch will put Kai Holm at first. Gunkel will go to second.
12, Noah Pilon.
Still with 2 outs, but now Noah Pilon bats. He had a walk in the second inning. Steve Peterson to the set. Check of the runner at second. And the pitch. Breaking ball over for strike 1. Noah Pilon awaits. And the pitch. And that's fouled off, and it will get down. So 0-2 the count now. Gunkel at second, Kai Holm at first. Noah Pilon batting. And Steve Peterson on the mound for Bemidji. 3-1 lead for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the 4th. Spuds threatening. And the pitch. Called strike 3 at the letters. So that ends the threat for the Spuds. They get a couple of runners, but leave them stranded. And after 4 complete, it's Bemidji 3 and Moorhead 1. Top of the 5th inning. Coming to bat for Bemidji is Cole Tatro. He's 1 for 1. Doubled in the first inning and walked in the third. Now facing Ryan Luthi. That one's outside for ball 1.
And a pretty efficient first inning for Luthi. Last inning getting a lot of ground balls. Let's see if he can kind of duplicate that success here, giving his fielders a chance to make a play.
And the pitch. That one caught the corner, strike 1. And that one's down low for ball 2. So 2-1 the count now to Cole Tatro. Ryan Luthi, the right-hander, on the mound for the Spuds, into the wind, and the pitch. That one's fouled back for strike 2. 2-2. Top of the 5th inning, first batter here for Bemidji. Luthi with the pitch, down low in the dirt. Full count. Number 4 batter for Bemidji, Cole Tatro. And the pitch. That one's hit in the air to center field. Caden Triggs tracking and makes the catch. 1 away.
A pretty well hit ball there to center field, but Caden Triggs in center is
Next
about
up
as
on the
sure-handed
Lumberjacks,
as you're going to get out there.
outfielder
So
number
anything in
13,
his range, he's going to grab it.
Lucier.
That'll bring up Brandon Lucier. He's 0 for 2 on this game. A couple of flyouts, one to Caden Triggs and one to Hayden Netland. And the pitch. Just inside. Ball 1. Ryan Luthi on the mound. He's got the sign into the wind and the pitch. Just missing down low for ball 2. And Luthi's pitch. Ground ball to third. D'Agostino across the diamond for the out. Quickly 2 away here for Bemidji in the top of the 5th.
And again, more efficiency. Good job again by Ryan to kind of stay ahead, get ahead, stay ahead, and compete here. Going back to that first hitter of the inning, it's big to get that first out. Another ball in that at bat. It's runner on first, nobody out, but fly out to Triggs and now a ground out. Now you got 2 outs, nobody on.
That brings up Colby Carlson and Luthi's pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Carlson singled in his first at bat, struck out in the 3rd inning. And the pitch. That's outside, 1-1. Luthi into the wind and the pitch. That's high and inside, ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Spuds have 2 down in the top of the 5th. And Luthi's pitch. That's a called strike. 2-2.
That's a big pitch by Ryan there. Instead of going 3-1, now we're 2-2. We can try to get a strikeout here.
Luthi into the wind and the pitch. Missing outside. So full count now on Colby Carlson. And the pitch. Just fouled. So the count will stay full at 3-2.
And those foul tips that you see Isaac kind of slamming his glove a little bit frustrated, but those ones are tough to hang on to, those foul tips.
Ryan Luthi goes into the wind and the pitch. That's fouled back and out of play. So Carlson hanging tough with a couple of foul balls. Still 3-2 count. All right, Luthi with the sign into the wind and the pitch. That's hit to the left side and through for a base hit. So Carlson wins the battle and comes up with his 2nd base hit of the game. And Bemidji not quite done yet in the top of the 5th.
It's pretty good at bat there for Carlson. He fouled off a couple tough pitches, kept himself alive, and got one to his liking there and singled through the left side. Good at bat.
That one hit to the second baseman and Pelon Fields. And the throw on to first to end the threat here in the top of the 5th. As we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, it's still Bemidji 3 and Moorhead 1.
away. Nick Hastings comes up with it, sends it out. Here's Nolan Westbrook with a shot and a goal! Nolan Westbrook, leading point getter with 40, with 12 goals and 14 goals rather than 26 assists. So the Spuds wrap it around, score! So in 5 seconds to go, and it comes up to center ice, and that will do it as the Spuds hang on for the Section 8 championship trophy. A recap of the
As we head to the bottom of the 5th, Spuds still trailing 3-1. They'll bring up the number 9 batter in Crisanto D'Agostino. Peterson still pitching for Bemidji. And his first pitch is a ball outside, ball 1. And the pitch. That's fouled at the plate. 1-1.
Pretty aggressive hack there by Crisanto. I think he tried to make this a 1-run game there.
Not hardly a breath of wind out there. At least the flag is hanging pretty straight down. And that's lined into the right field. Not going to get to the gap, but looked like the right fielder was playing quite a bit off the line there. So Crisanto with a solid single to right field, and the Spuds have a base runner here in the 5th.
And that's a big leadoff hit there for Crisanto. Good for him to kind of get it started here, turn the lineup over now for the top of the order here.
Caden Triggs. He's 0 for 2, but has hit the ball hard both times. As D'Agostino takes his lead at first, and Peterson the pitch. That's at the knees for a strike. 0-1. 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning, Spuds trail by 2. Steve Peterson on the mound for Bemidji. Checks the runner, D'Agostino, and throws over to first. Runner back safely.
Let's see what the Spuds can get done here, Corey. Typically, the 3rd time through seeing the same pitchers when your timing is about as good as it can be here. So it's a little more difficult for the pitcher the 3rd time through. Advantage hitter typically in this situation.
And the pitch. Breaking pitch stayed up high. 1-1. Agostino taking his lead at first. Peterson keeping an eye to the set and the pitch. That one's down low. 2-1. Peterson went with the slide step again on that pitch, maybe sensing that something might be on for D'Agostino to take off from first.
And there could this is more of a count now for maybe a hit and run, but I would be surprised here to see any movement getting later in the game here. Every base runner matters at this point for the Spuds.
Foul ball for Triggs. That evens the count at 2-2. D'Agostino with his lead. And the pitch. Breaking ball, down low, good block by McNamara. And that brings the count full at 3-2 to Caden Triggs. D'Agostino, fairly short lead at first. And the pitch. That's up high. Ball 4.
Good at bat there by Caden.
Next up for your Spuds, shortstop number 7, Thomas Horan.
So Caden Triggs works a walk, and that'll bring a visit from the dugout. As the Spuds have first and second, nobody out. Thomas Horan will come to the plate. He lined out to the shortstop in the first inning, and then a solid base hit in the third, but was the third out of the inning. He was doubled off on a line drive to the second baseman. Yep.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Salvold elects to do here. Late in the game, runners on first and second. Do we try and get those runners both in scoring position with a sacrifice? But this, at the same time, this is one of your better hitters in the lineup, so it'll be interesting to see what Coach does here.
Bemidji playing their middle infielders back, and the infielders at the corners are playing in. And Horan will ask for time, as pitcher Steve Peterson was maybe taking a little too long for his liking on the mound. Peterson now with the sign to the set. Check of the runner at second, and the pitch. Horan did square to bunt, but pulled it back, and it's ball one. Peterson still waiting on the sign. Now he has it. To the set. And the pitch. The bunt is down to the pitcher. He bobbles it. It's going to be a tough play. And he's safe. So that'll be an error on the pitcher as he bobbled it. It was a good bunt in the terms that he got it down quickly. The pitcher just wasn't able to handle it. So an E1 allows Horan to reach, moves Triggs to second, and D'Agostino to third.
Some good fortune there for the Spuds that Tommy will still get a sacrifice in the book, but like you said, Corey, that'll be an E1, and bases loaded, nobody out, and good inning here so far.
And the pitch. Breaking ball. Good pitch. Found a strike zone for strike number one. Hayden Netland. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Had a hit in the first game. Peterson to the set. And the pitch. And that's grounded back to the pitcher. He'll come home for one. On to first for the out. So double play turned. 1, 2, 3. And the Spuds quickly now with 2 away in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, that's for Bemidji. That's just what the doctor ordered. Like you said, a 1, 2, 3 double play, cut down the run, and get out of there with 2 outs. So tough luck for the Spuds, but well executed by Bemidji.
And still with an opportunity to tie the game with a base hit. Sterling Hafey comes up with runners at second and third. And that's hit on the ground to the shortstop. Long throw. And able to get him by half a step. So the Spuds threaten loading the bases with nobody out, but not able to score. And they still trail after 5 complete. Bemidji 3, Moorhead 1. Well, we'll head to the top of the 6th inning now. Alex Lazela will come to bat, the designated hitter in the second game.
Starting out the 6th inning. for the
Ryan
Lumberjacks,
Luthi, who's had a
designated
good
hitter,
outing so
34,
far.
Alex Lazella.
He's allowed just 1 hit. He's got a strikeout and a walk.
Yeah, good job by Ryan here starting his 3rd inning in relief, keeping Bemidji kind of where they're at least giving his team a chance at the plate.
And that's a flare into left field that just falls safely in front of left fielder Kai Holmes. So Lazela, not a hard hit ball, but it looks like a line drive in the book.
Yeah, those
Next
ones
up,
are
Lumberjacks.
tough as a pitcher to give up
Pitcher
a
number 16,
little flare over
Steven
your
Peterson.
infielder's head. Not well hit, but kind of got to just tip your hat on that one.
So Bemidji gets their leadoff runner on, and they'll bring in a pinch runner.
Pinch runner number 21, J.D. Condos.
J.D. Condos will be the runner. And Steve Peterson will be at the plate. Peterson is 1 for 2, singled in the 2nd inning, grounded out to Pilon in the 4th. And the pitch. Bunt down the first base line, fielded, and the out. Throw behind the runner Condos, but he's back into second safely. So sacrifice bunt executed by Steve Peterson.
Yeah, it was a good play by Ryan to get off the mound and make that play over to Sterling, and I really like the aggressive play by Hafey to fire that ball down to second, try to catch the base runner napping,
Next up for
maybe
Lumberjacks,
cheating a little bit off
top
the
of
bag
order,
there.
Second baseman number 6.
It looked like
Isaiah
Condos
Bean.
was going to take a bigger turn at second, and they might have a play on him, but as it stands, Condos able to get back, and Luthi with the pitch. That's up high for ball 1. Top of the order for Bemidji, Isaiah Bean at the plate. Walked in the 1st, grounded out in the 2nd, and reached on an error in the 4th. And he swings through the pitch. 1-1. Top of 6, J.D. Condos on second for Bemidji. And Ryan Luthi with the pitch. That's down low, ball 2. 2-1 now the count. Ryan Luthi in the stretch. He's got the sign now. To the set and the pitch. Swung through for strike 2.
Good job by Ryan still. He's able to battle. He's fallen behind a couple batters here, but he's been able to battle and get himself back to an even count here, just like this at bat here.
2-2 count. Luthi to the set. Check of the runner at second and the pitch. That's fouled off and out of play. Count remains 2-2. Condos with his lead at second. Luthi to the set and the pitch. Ground ball hit to the left side. D'Agostino fields, throws up the line and wide, so Condos will reach third on the throwing error, and Isaiah Bean is on safely at first with an E5.
Yeah, good job by Ryan to get his ground
Next up
ball
for
there, and
Lumberjacks,
everything
the
done
catcher
right by
number 2,
Santo there. He fielded the
Casey
ball, checked the runner
McNamara.
back to the bag. Just the throw got away from him a little bit there.
Third area of the game for the Spuds. Puts runners at first and third now with one away. And Casey McNamara batting for the Lumberjacks. Luthi to the set and the pitch. The bunt laid down. Runner going from third, and he's going to score. I don't know if that was a little bit unexpected.
It looked like it was more of a safety squeeze than a suicide squeeze. The base runner in that play has to read if the ball gets down, and once it does, it's on him to get to home there. And I think
Next up
well
for the
executed on
Lumberjacks,
both sides. The
shortstop
bunt was
number
laid
9,
down, and it was a good
Hunter
job
Olsen.
by Ryan to just get the out.
And Luthie's recorded both outs on both putouts so far in the inning. And the pitch, this one's hit on the ground to Haran at short, across, and the throw was a little bit low. Hafey not able to pick it out of the dirt, and so the run, Isaiah Bean will come all the way in from second base on another error. So E6 on the throw.
Next up for the
And
Lumberjacks,
Hunter Olsen
first
will
baseman
find
number
his
15, Cole
way to
Tatro.
second base on the error.
Tough luck for Ryan there. Good job on getting a couple ground balls there. Let's see if his infielders can make a play for him this time.
This one hit to right field and a little deep, but Netland there to make the catch, and the Spuds do get out of the inning, but Bemidji scores 2, and they now lead it 5-1 heading to the bottom of the 6th.
Next inning for your Spuds, the catcher, number 9,
Bottom of the 6th,
Isaac Howe.
Isaac Hinkemeyer Howell will be the leadoff batter here, as the Spuds are down 4 to the Bemidji Lumberjacks, 5-1. Spuds were able to load the bases with nobody out in the 5th and failed to score. And first pitch from Peterson down low for ball 1.
Yeah, that's a big turning point right now in this game, Corey. Like you said, the bases were loaded, nobody out. Spuds with the chance to kind of get back in the game. It was 3-1 at that point. No damage there, and then a couple more for Bemidji last inning.
And this hit solidly to left center field, and it'll get into the gap. Hinkemeyer Howe on his way to second, and looks like the ball snuck underneath the fence. And that'll put Hinkemeyer Howe at second base with a ground rule double.
Yeah, they're gonna.
What's the ruling here,
so
Andrew?
They're gonna double check here. So the umpire Isaac's gonna go all the way and touch home, just like he's supposed to. The umpire's gonna go double check and make sure that's a legit ball's out of play. I'd be shocked if Bemidji was trying to pull a fast one there. Looks like the ball went under the fence, so Isaac will go back to second base here.
Well, a well-hit ball for Isaac Hinkemeyer Howe got into the gap. I don't know that he would have advanced to third anyway. I mean, had that ball hit the fence, it looked like the outfielders were there to relay it in.
Yeah, I think that was going to be a double either way. Like you said, they were there. That ball was probably going to get back into the infield, and there's no reason to get thrown out at third with nobody out, down by 4 here.
So Hinkemeyer Howe with a leadoff double. Is at second, and that brings up Wyatt Gunkel, the designated hitter. Peterson to the set and the pitch. Breaking pitch down low for ball one.
And as we were saying, Corey, the Spuds have had a flair for the dramatic in the late innings so far this year, so let's see if we can get something going here in the late innings.
It would be nice to see. Peterson to the set and the pitch. That's fouled off. 1-1. Hinkemeyer Howe with his lead at second. Peterson to the set and the pitch. Fastball outside, ball two. How much of a leash do you give Steve Peterson here?
Well, I would at least give him a couple more hitters here, depending on his pitch count. I mean, he's thrown effectively here. The Spuds in the last couple innings, they've had a couple chances here, but I would think he's going to get at least 1 to 2 more hitters, and if those guys get on, then we might see a move.
And that pitch delivered ball 3, so 3-1 count now to Wyatt Gunkel. Peterson to the set and the pitch. That's a called strike at the letters. Full count now to Gunkel. Hinkemeyer Howe at second base, leadoff double. So there's nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Spuds trail by 4. Peterson has the sign to the set, check of the runner, and the pitch. That's a foul ball out of play.
A good spoil there by Wyatt. A nice little mix there by the pitcher. A little curveball low, and Wyatt did a good job to fight it off.
So the count remains 3-2. Peterson has the sign, goes to the set, and the pitch. Fastball. Gunkel swung through it for out number 1.
Next up for your Spuds, left fielder number 5, Kai Home.
So Gunkel's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Hinkemeyer Howe remains at second. Kai Holm comes up. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. And Peterson with the pitch. That one's hit to the right side, fielded by the second baseman, and over to Tatro for the out. Hinkemeyer Howe advances to third.
Next up for your Spuds, second baseman number 12, Noah
4-3
Pilon.
on the putout for Holm, and that brings up Noah Pilon. Two down. Hinkemeyer Howe at third. And the pitch. Called strike.
And even though this is a 4-run game, Corey, a run here and going not into, if you go into the 7th inning, a 3-run deficit looks a lot better than a 4-run deficit. So this is an important at bat.
And the pitch. And that's a ground ball to the third baseman. Nice pick there. And on to first for the out.
For Moorhead in the 6th inning, no runs on 1 hit.
So the Spuds get a leadoff double and not able to score. It's Hinkemeyer Howe is stranded at third as we'll go to the top of the 7th. Bemidji 5 and Moorhead 1. Now we head to the top of the 7th inning. Bemidji batting. Ryan Luthi still on the mound. And the pitch. That one's lined into left field. Kai Holm tracking, and it's over his head. Short hops the fence. Brandon Lucier will pull into second with a stand-up double to lead off the 7th inning for Bemidji.
Good piece of hitting there. Ready to hit on the first pitch, and nothing Kai Holm can do about that one. That one was roped over his head.
So Bemidji gets their leadoff batter on with a double.
Number 10, Colby Carlson.
And Colby Carlson will come up. He's 2 for 3 in the second game. Pair of singles and a strikeout in the third. He bats now with a runner at second. And Luthy's pitch. That's hit high in the air to left field. Kai Holm tracking this one. And he'll catch it in front of the warning track. His throw on to third is on target. Good strong throw to hold Lucier at second.
Great throw by Kai Holm to keep the runner at second base there. The ball had a little bit more hang time than the last one. He was able to camp under it.
Center fielder number 11, Henry Michalik.
Henry Michalik comes up, the center fielder. He is 1 for 3 tonight. Ryan Luthi with the pitch. Michalik squared to bunt and then pulled it back. Ball 1. Lucier at second. Michalik at the plate. A pitch up high for ball 2. 2-0 count now to Michalik. Ryan Luthi looking in, gets the sign to the set. Check of the runner and the pitch. Called strike at the letters, 2-1. Luthi to the set and the pitch. Swung through, and it's 2-2.
Good job again by Ryan, as we said earlier in this game. When he's fallen behind, he's done a good job to battle back and get the count even.
Ryan Luthi to the set and the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, and that'll bring the count full at 3-2. Runner at second, Luthi to the set and the pitch. And he froze him. That's called strike 3.
Good pitch by Ryan there. Looked like a fastball, so I'm a little surprised to see him,
Next up for
the
the
Bemidji hitter,
Lumberjacks.
get a little bit frozen up, locked up there, but
The
good
designated
pitch by
hitter, number
Ryan.
34, Alex Lazella.
So called third strike on Michalik, and that brings up Alex Lazela. And the pitch. Up high, ball 1. 2 outs now for Moorhead, as after the leadoff double by Lucier, he is still at second base. Ryan Luthi. And the pitch. Just missing down low.
Yeah, that one was close. I think he's got a bit of a higher zone. He kind of has all day, so it's been pretty consistent with both sides. The lower strike is a little more hesitant than the high one.
So 2-0 is the count. Ryan Luthi, check of the runner at second, and the pitch. And that one fouled off. And that, like you said, Andrew, I think Luthi recognizing that pitch was up.
Yep, and the batter on a 2-0 count. Pitch was about at the letters like we were talking, and he took a hack at it, and now Ryan gets himself back into the bat here.
2-1. And the pitch. That's just maybe a little outside. 3-1. Lazela struck out in the first, grounded to second in the fourth, and then had a base hit, and later scored in the sixth. A pitch into center field. Tough play Kai Holm runs on from left field and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Spuds will go to the bottom half of the seventh, needing 4 runs to extend the game. 5 to win with another walk-off.
Let's get it done.
It's 5-1 Bemidji. So 3-2, full count. Payoff pitch. Runners go. That one's hit up the middle, and it's going to reach and through, and the Spuds are going to walk off with another win. Heroics, a base hit up the middle by Caleb Sari, and the Spuds, in dramatic fashion, win this one 3-2. What an ending for the Spuds. They had a walk-off victory against West Fargo. Crisanto D'Agostino leading off for the Spuds here in the bottom of the seventh. And that's lined into center field for a base hit. So the Spuds again with their leadoff batter on with a single by D'Agostino.
Another good swing by D'Agostino. 2 at-bats in a row now that he's put good wood on the ball here.
Top of the order, Caden Triggs hit the ball hard in his first 2 at-bats, but for outs, and then took a walk in the 5th and was stranded at 3rd. Breaking pitch down low for ball 1. Steve Peterson continues on the mound for Bemidji here in the bottom of the 7th. To the set. And the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. Carlson on to second and to first. Safe at first. So D'Agostino out at second on the force, and then Caden Triggs
Next up for your Spuds,
beats out the throw.
Number 7, Thomas Horan.
A good hustle by Caden on that one to stay out of the double play and keep a runner on base. Good call at first. It was bang play, but he beat it out.
So 1 out as Thomas Horan steps in now with Caden Triggs at first. Throw over to first. Back in time.
Close play there, Corey.
Well, like we talked about, you know, when it's not close, maybe you take a little extra lead. Do you shorten up your lead now?
I wouldn't get any bigger though.
And there's a bunt laid down to the third baseman, and Horan.
Oh, tough call there.
A little bit of controversy on the play. It was another close play at first, and the Spuds don't get the benefit of the call, and so it's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the bottom of the 7th, as Caden Triggs moves on to second base on the play. And Peterson will step off, needing to get on the same page with his catcher here. So Hayden Netland bats with Caden Triggs at second. Spuds down 5-1 and 2 outs. The pitch. Fouled back. Strike one.
Netland being aggressive. Good swing on an 0-0 count there.
Peterson to the set and the pitch. Breaking pitch. It was in the dirt. Looked like Netland was able to hold his swing. And he did. So 1-1. One and one the count to Netland. 2 down. Triggs is at second. Peterson to the set and the pitch. Called strike at the letters. 1-2. Peterson has gone the whole way for Bemidji here in game number 2.
Pretty impressive outing. Been able to get out of some jams here and give his team a good chance.
And the pitch. And Netland swings at a high fastball, and Bemidji will get the win here. 5-1 in game number 2 after Moorhead was able to walk off with a victory in eight innings in the first game. Big schedule of games this week for baseball.
Yeah, we're heading down to the Twin Cities here this weekend. We leave on Thursday, so we got 3 games. JV and varsity are active all weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Well, good luck in that. Thank you, Andrew Woodard, for joining me on Spuds TV. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Corey.
Thank you to Lucy Delorme running the camera. And I'm Corey Delorme on Spuds TV, your final in game number 2, Bemidji 5, Moorhead 1.